Hello, my name's Kevin Newman, and this game is One for Sorrow. It's a solo game that can be played entirely in hand. It takes about 15 minutes for people aged 8 and up. In One for Sorrow, you're one of the ancient cunning folk, guardians of the magpies and the forest that they live in. But unfortunately for you, the Specter of Sorrows is a demonic hunter, he hates the magpies because long ago the magpies stole a precious shiny artifact that belonged to the Spectre, and now the Spectre's out for revenge. So he's cursing the forest, trying to destroy the trees and the nests and the magpies. Your mission is to get all of the magpies back into order to banish the Spectre. Let's look briefly at the card anatomy. In the top left-hand corner is the magpie number. This is 12 for wealth. Here's the fly number. Here is the star, which scores points at the end of the game. And at the bottom, you've got the ability of the magpie. Each magpie has a completely different ability. When you use the ability, you'll rotate the card. Sometimes you can continue to use the ability. Sometimes you have to reset it. Trees are similar. But they've got the tree icon with the fly number and then stars here. So this is an alive tree. This is a cursed and alive tree. So you rotate that, you can see that the number of points is reduced, as is the fly number. And then the destroyed state, there's no points here, and the fly number is just 1. Last but not least is the Spectre of Sorrows. It's just got the icon here, and you can see that there isn't a designated fly number, it's an asterisk, so you can choose the fly number 1 to 4 inclusive, so you decide at the time. Setup is super easy. You'll see that all of the cards have a black triangle in the top right hand corner, so make sure all the cards are like that, all 18. Shuffle those together. And then when you're happy with that, if you look through to find the Spectre, and then just move that card to the bottom, and you're all set up. So your game starts with the top card of the deck. The first thing you need to do is the reveal and activate phase, so you'll turn over the top card. And then you'll look at the magpie's ability. So nearly all the magpies have you may, so these are optional abilities, so you can choose to use them or not. For demonstration purposes, so this one is you may flip a magpie face down, and this is the only face up magpie at the moment, so I'm not going to use the ability. What I'm going to do now is, so that's the end of the reveal and activate phase. We're not going to use the ability, so now we move on to the fly phase, which is the moving of the cards. So what we do, we choose the fly number on the top card, or if the card underneath is face up, we can also choose that fly number. But because this is the only card, we can only move 2 cards. So we'll count those off, 1, 2, and then move them to the bottom of the deck, and that is the fly phase. So we'll continue revealing cards and flying cards all the way through, trying to get them into order. So let's carry on. This one here, so you may move 1 card 3 places up. Now I am going to use this ability, so I rotate the card to show that the ability is used. I'm going to move this card 3 places up to the top because I want to get as many magpies face up as possible. This one is you may swap 2 adjacent cards. I'm not going to use that, so now I can either move 3 or 2 cards to the bottom. I'm just going to move the 2 because I want to see what this one is. And now turn this one up. You may move this card anywhere in the deck. Let's have a look, see if there's a grouping. I'm not going to use that ability. Actually, I'm going to put it underneath this one here. So I've used the ability. I'm going to put that here. Turn over this one. You may rearrange the top 3 cards. So I am going to just put these 2 beneath. I've used that ability, so I'm going to turn that like that. And now I can turn over the top card. So this one is you may move any magpie next to a tree, and that's including this one as well. So let's have a look. So 9, 10, so I'm not going to use that for now. So I can either move 2 or 3 cards. I'm going to do 3. So I'm going to put these 3 to the bottom. Now we've got a tree, or 2 trees, so it's 3 or 3. So I'll move the 3 to the bottom. Let's look at this card. You may rearrange the order of all cards moved. I'm not going to worry about that. I can only move 2 cards. So this is one of the cursed magpies. So if this is face up before this turn, you will curse the nearest tree. So in this case, we curse this one because we've just revealed that card. We don't need to curse that tree, but it has got a fly number of 1. So let's move that. You may rearrange the bottom 4 cards. Is that useful for us? I'm going to keep that as is. And then move 1, 2, 3 cards to the bottom. And now, okay, so we can either move it 3, or we can move 1, 2, 3, or 4 because this card, Specter of Sorrows, is underneath. So I'm going to move 3 because we can see what this card is. So first of all, whenever you move the Specter of Sorrows using the fly numbers, it will curse the nearest living tree. So let's have a look at this. So if we put these 3 cards to the bottom, now we curse the nearest tree, which is this one. So we'll rotate that card into its alive and cursed phase state there. And that is the end of that. You'll continue revealing cards and moving cards to the bottom, cursing trees. So you'll be trying to use these, so not the magpie's abilities to not only get them into order, but also as well to control the Specter of Sorrows by moving it back as much as possible. So there are a couple of ways that you can lose the game. If the 13 card arrives back at the top of the deck already face up, then that is an instant loss. Or if you come face to face with either 1 at the top of the deck, or you pass the Specter of Sorrows to the bottom of the deck when all of your trees are already cursed, then there's nothing left for them to curse, so it'll curse the magpies, and that is also game over. Let's fast forward to the end of the game, and I've managed to win. You can see that all the cards are in sequential order, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The Specter of Sorrows and the trees are invisible within that run. So to calculate your score, you basically add up the stars in the left-hand corner. So in this game, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. Once you've managed to master the game using 4 trees, you can change the difficulty of the game by playing with fewer trees. I've managed to complete the game using 2 trees. I've not yet managed to do it using just the 1. If you do, please let me know. That is One for Sorrow. I hope you enjoy the game.